Hello. There we go. I think I've got everything set up. I am playing with the new sewing machine. Well, not new, but the sewing machine that Wayne got me yesterday. It is a Brother XL-3010, and it didn't come with a power cord, but it came with the manual and all the goodies for it. Wayne picked it up from Goodwill yesterday. Hey, Tracy. I'm going to play with this machine and see if I can get it to run. It even came with a spool of thread in it. And it has a front-loading bobbin. Ooh, that's a rusty looking bobbin. I just want to see if it'll sew. It's got thread in it. It's probably had thread in it since the dawn of time. Hey, Kim. Hey, Kathy. So there's the bobbin. That's not in too bad a shape, but boy, look at this. Can you guys see all the rust on that? Pretty grungy, huh? Let's see. I have a washcloth down here. I'm just going to wipe the rust off. Probably needs oil desperately, and I have oil sitting here. But I just want to see if it'll actually sew. So let's see if I can remember how to thread a machine like this, because it has been a minute. Handle. Take the thread out that way. You guys think it's going to sew or no? I seriously doubt that it wants me to go around all that just to do a thread. Oh, that's the beauty of having the book, right? I do not know what's going on with that, Kathy. See if I can get this threaded here. Oh, see what the publication date is on this. Does it tell me?
Published after World War II.
I'd say it's probably an 80s machine from looking at the colors they used in it. Let's see. I want to see how to thread it. I don't need to know how to replace the needle, so I can put some thread in it and see if it actually works. Anybody got one of these at home? Hey, guys. Well, Gay and Nancy and hey, look, everybody. Threading the machine. I don't need you to tell me how to wind the bobbin because I have one wound. I'll fight with that if I can get it to work. Upper threading. Raise the presser foot. Raise the needle to its highest position. Yep, it moves. It's dirty. I have a feeling this is like from somebody's estate, and whoever donated it to Goodwill didn't know anything about it because they didn't give us the power cord with it, but we got everything else. I've been wanting to play with this thing all day, but not being able to turn it on, I couldn't do much. Anybody else like me and like tearing up old sewing machines? Seeing if they can get them to work? Or is that just a me thing? Yeah, that came out. We're good. Do you have two Husqvarna Vikings? Tracy, looks like have you got a 3010? Is that what it is? I pretty much can get most sewing machines going. I just have to get the threading on it. Place a spool of thread, press the thread, blah, 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 blah. That's done. Pass the upper thread through the thread guides as shown in C. Wow. Well, this does feel somewhat familiar. I was worried that it had been too long since I had threaded a regular machine. stay up there. That does not move, folks. As if I stay off of there, though. Okay. Can you guys see it? Yeah, this one definitely needs to be cleaned, but I want to make sure it works before I put, it is printed on it. It just keeps telling me to go around the upper piece. And I just don't think that that's gonna happen. So I got to move it over here a little closer to me so I can put the needle through here, or the thread through the needle. Another piece of fuzzy out of there to probably help, right? May not have seen that. I just licked my finger. So I can get the thread to go in there. Doesn't it stink to get old and not be able to see? Well, may have to get better eyes than mine to do that for me. And I'm not holding out much hope for that bobbin, but if the machine works, then I will spend the time to clean the bobbin up. Probably needs a new needle, needs a new thread, needs a new bobbin. Tech Sport, how are your eyes tonight? I got it.
You got it?
Of course it did. I asked for help.
It knew.
It knew. It knew it was going to be in trouble. What do you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah, threads pretty simply. Let's see. Put the bobbin in, that's pretty much universal. And that bobbin is a rusty mess. I can imagine that it's going to cause issues, but we're just trying to see if the stupid thing will sew. Well, that looks pretty promising. All right, one more. Oh yeah, that is dry as a bone inside there. Well, I don't think it picked up the bobbin thread. Yeah, it didn't. Come on. I don't have the bobbin in right, apparently. No, you guys want to see what I'm doing, not just hear about it. Oh yeah. No problem, Courtney. Dinner with your family is more important than us. That's for sure. Nancy, you're saying I missed a spot when I was trying to load it? I keep thinking I should be able to just press the thread cutter and pull this thing out of here. I don't think it works that way. Excuse me. Where did I put my oil yesterday? Because I moved everything around. And I thought I had it 5 minutes ago. Oil, oil, oil. Where did you go hide? Sorry, guys. Moving you. Knew it couldn't go too far. Ooh. All right. We have oil. So we are good. No thread cutter on yours either, huh?
If you feed me, I can be the thread cutter.
I think I did feed you.
Yeah, I'll be the thread cutter.
There is no 42. Okay. I'm looking for my screwdriver, guys. Everything got moved yesterday, including my screwdriver. Oh, you have one like this, Tracy? Awesome. I'm gonna move that out of the way because I need to find that screwdriver.
Let's see if the ladies are ready to go inside their coop.
Do you have a little screwdriver handy?
No, that I don't.
All right, let me see if I can.
Yeah, you're set.
I have my Juki set. It's got one in it. Always a backup plan, right? How old's the kitty, Tracy? That she's already stealing stuff. Which way do you go? That way. I may need oil just to get the screws loose. Nope, that one came. Ooh, I got that finally. When Wayne called, he said there wasn't a presser foot with it. What there wasn't was a power supply with it. But I have several brother machines, so I wasn't real worried about that presser foot missing. If he'd told me it was the power supply, I probably would have told him not to buy this machine. But what do I know, right? Got to get a little more loose before I can do this. Trying to watch the chat too. Aw, 3-year-old rescue. That's cool. Yeah, Patty, isn't it fun? There's a guy who repairs them on YouTube that I've watched him take machines apart all the way down to the skeleton. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think I want to do that. Although this one may need more than. And this one's not really worth a huge rehab effort. Make sure that Daisy the dog isn't over here. It's not too dirty, it's dusty, but it looks like it might have been cleaned regularly. Still trying to get y'all at an angle where you can see what I'm seeing. Sorry. Not terrible. Mine gets dirtier than that when I use it, so I won't fault the lady too badly or the man who owned this before. Of course, my mouse is right in the way, right? Pretty grungy. I'll give it a little swip of oil too, so it can get cleaned up with it. And it looks like it's got rust down inside of it. Down probably where the bobbin was. So I'm going to have to oil the bobbin itself too and probably clean it up that way. It isn't as dusty as I thought it was going to be inside. What do you guys think? Okay, now where do you put oil? It's right there, even though there's no hole. So we're going to put extra. And then I'm going to oil around top of the bobbin. Yeah. I miss the days when these side cases used to pop off. Now they screw in. And it wants it oiled up inside of there, which probably is a great idea. Turning so I can see the screw. On. The screw does not appear to want to move either direction here. Feels like it's getting tighter no matter which way I go. Sorry guys, turning it a little more. I like my little screwdriver better. I have to figure out where it's at. This would be a great little piecing machine for somebody though, if I can get it to work, right? Come on. You want to give me some finger strength for a second?
Sure.
I need this screw undone. Right there.
Where at?
It's right here. Got to take off this piece. Tech support's going to take the screw off for me.
Alrighty.
I think I just tightened it up instead of loosened it.
It's coming. Just in a weird look. It's just in a
Very weird
odd
location.
spot. Yeah, I gotta be just at the right angle.
I'm giving it regular sewing machine oil. John. If I need WD-40, I might do that.
It.
But
I feel you need it. Okay.
Yeah. I'm thinking I just want to oil it because the thread wouldn't pick up the bobbin thread. Yeah, I'm trying to take that all the way off. It only says there's one screw, but you may have to lift up once it's loose.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you blinded by the light, guys? That's what the inside looks like. Not too awfully dusty. Actually looks pretty good. Okay. Put that off so you're not blinded. Hopefully you can see the inside. See, there's not much dust inside the top of this. So wherever it was, it looks like it was pretty protected. Most of what's in there looks like it just settled in. There's some thread there and there. All right. And where do you want oil? You want oil at this screw, which is right there. And for anybody who just came in, I'm oiling generously just because I don't know how long it's been sitting. Come on. My oil bottle wants to fight. There we go. There, the little shafty. And I think it just oiled itself down there. It just dripped down to where that was. I want to get that screw. And then I'm going to get a little more in here. And a little more right there. All right. Work that oil in all those pieces, parts there. All right. See, a little more dust has come loose here. That's fine. Pulled it up out of the. Okay. I'm going to clean the plate with oil. Yeah, exactly. Anytime you turn the knob, it moves oil. I'm also going to use the oil to clean the rest off of the plate. All right, come back over here a little bit so you can see. I just put some oil on it and I'm rubbing it in just to get any rust or anything off of there. Rust, grunge.
I've got steel wool. I just gotta find it.
I may need the steel wool for the. I'm not doing super.
We're just seeing if it works first.
Yeah, I just want to see if it works. Whoops. I'm brave enough, especially since it's a machine that may or may not have a useful life left in it. I'm just using my brush to try to get a little bit of oil down inside there. It's not really rusty inside, it's just dull. But let's oil it all and see if it works. Okay. And I want to clean this. Well, Nancy, of course. Hey, Lois, how are you? Ah, I do have this exact set of feet. See how they come apart there? You squeeze that and it lifts off. I have that exact set for one of my other machines. So that'll be awesome.
Interchangeability.
It's what?
Interchangeability.
Yep. All right. Now let's see if we can get this back on. Hubby was smart. He didn't pull the screw out.
Let me see it real quick. It's Phillips, actually. Phillips here. You have Phillips in there at all or not?
I don't even have my screwdriver here. My screwdriver has gone in my. So I'm like, okay, where'd it go?
All right. Off the side here.
I hope so, Pam. I hope so.
On back together.
No, Vicki, that's one problem I haven't had. We have had ants try to invade the sewing room, but I think that's because the laundry room is right next door. So they came in looking for water and just kept looking.
I gotta swing that down, up and over, up, like a hood of a car.
For the most part, yeah, I think a lot of them are interchangeable.
There we go.
He's putting our screw back on for us. The little piece. It's trying to give him a fit.
Yes, it definitely is trying.
Leave it on, let it have the industrial. Yeah. What Tinkham does to machines, isn't it, Sean?
Of course.
Of course, you're trying to do it on camera, so it's not going to work. Do you want to just leave it off and all? Oh, there you go. I think it snapped into place.
Yeah.
Remove the pressure and everything works, right? Sean, you want this one if I can get it to run?
Shipping's probably going to cost more than the machine cost.
This is true. What Sean sews on a brother. What number brother, Sean?
Well, I go too tight.
Yeah, because I want to be able to get it off if I need to take it back
That's
off.
good. Here we go.
All right, and now I can turn the light back on so I can put the other stuff back together. Unless that blinds you guys. All right, so the next step is that thread has got to come. It's going to have to come up out of there in a second, but I'm not worried about it quite yet. Let's put this back in. And yeah, I know it's still a little grungy down around the edges, but I will clean it up completely if the machine turns out to be worth keeping. What'd you do with my screwdriver?
I laid it right on the book for you there.
Ah, thank you. Yeah, at a certain point you have to use the screwdriver, but
Or a dime with these big screws.
nickel. I use a nickel for these. I used to keep a quarter in my box, but my quarters kept disappearing when the kids were at home. I can't imagine what happened to all my quarters when the kids were still at home. I really want my screwdriver back. That's tight. And they always had money to go to the store. Always coincided with mommy doesn't have a quarter in her sewing box. What happened to it? Anybody want to take guesses on that one? All right. Bobbin doesn't feel much better now. I think this bobbin has been stepped on, if you want to know the truth. But we're going to try it anyway. Okay. Let's see how they say to put the bobbin in here.
I'm going to sit webinar.
Oh, hubby's going into a webinar tonight too. I think this is webinar night for Yvette's group too, right? Because I think that's where Colleen was going when I talked to her earlier. I don't want to know about replacing the needle. I want to know about putting the bobbin in here. And do you guys love this great big huge reverse sewing button they've got in here? I'm like, holy moly. Open the shuttle cover, remove the bobbin case. Okay. So, I knew there was something I was forgetting. You've got to catch that finger at the top of this bobbin in a specific spot. There we go. All right, guys. Let's see if we can get it to pick up the thread. Down. Ooh, I'm thinking I might get lucky and get a sewing machine that works out of this. What do you guys think? all honesty, and all the machines that I've played with over the years and done this to, I've only had to throw away one or two, maybe two. Yeah, two. One was too rusty to use, and the other one, the plastic gear inside the machine broke. Trying to get it back where you guys can see it.
I remember that one.
Yeah, because we tried to find gears for it, and either you couldn't find them or they looked just about as brittle as the one I had in the machine.
And that one embroiderer had the Snoopy on it or whatever. What was that, brother?
Not sure what that machine was. I think it wasn't that the one that had the broken thing, or we couldn't get discs for it.
You couldn't get it. We couldn't get. We need like a dongle or something for it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was an old embroidery machine. Okay. If I sling it, will it run?
Certified for brain surgeon.
Looking for my scrap bag, guys. You gonna find out if it'll run? Oh,
It snaps into there.
slides on and then snaps in at the end.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's find out. I have no clue what pattern this is going to sew. I don't know how to change the pattern.
That's the
That's the stitch length. It says it's on 7. Can you guys see all the patterns up there?
What's this one here? Is that? Got a
I
tension.
think that's tension.
Okay. What's that there?
That's what you do whenever you're winding a bobbin, I think, on this one.
Okay.
All right, let's try the stitch pattern they have.
Maybe that's what the problem was. It was just this one stitchy room. No.
Hmm. I think the oil has worked its way through. That's maximum speed. Hey, Marie. Let's.
Oh, this thing got snagged in the actual bobbin catch here. That's why.
Well, I'm getting lots of oil and grunge out of it. Hey, Darlene.
Why is this? Does this flip up, or is it supposed to?
I think it's supposed to be threaded like over the handle instead of under.
Okay.
So the handle stays down. You put the thread on. Then no, it goes through the center.
Oh, there we go.
And then you put the spool cap on. So now let's try again.
There's also a thing back here, so I think maybe you might change stitches back here. I'm not sure.
Doesn't have any thread. So we pulled the thread back somewhere. All right, so there. It says it's supposed to go over there, but I don't see how.
There we go. I was under the handle there for a second.
You guys are more interested in will it sew than how it threads, right? All right. I think we're going to end up with a working machine. It's just how well will it work? That's the question. Does anybody out there have one of these? Tracy said she was going to get hers. I don't know if she has a Brother 3010. Hey, everybody. Hey, Dawn. Oh, Melissa Courtney, or excuse me, Dawn Courtney called me. And so I was able to find the phone very quickly because Courtney was nice enough to call me. All right. We're still getting oil and grunge out of there, so.
Okay.
I'm automatically reaching for the foot pedal. That's the high speed on this machine.
Yeah, the motor's going bad.
That might be what's wrong with it.
So it's okay.
Yeah, it does if it works. I mean, if it continues to work. And of course, I oiled the heck out of it. That's what we're getting out of it right now is oil. So I'm glad I definitely pulled a scrap. Okay, so this is our stitch pattern. Can you see it? Yes, it is the one that needed a cord, Laura. And it needed a ton of oil. Yeah, well, foot pedal and a power cord, they came together. The threading's the same, yeah. It seems to be pretty slow.
Seems to get slower as you go through.
Yeah.
Which would indicate motor or heating up.
Or maybe it's not feeding well up here, but maybe that just means I need to clean that. But the motor does seem to go really slow. This one may be non-rehabable.
Maybe needs a little more oil everywhere.
It might. Well, it sews. But yeah, that.
Unless, is there like a rubber belt in here? Maybe the belt slipping.
It's possible.
I have to take it apart, take a look, and see if the belt's slipping.
Yeah, but it had to make sure it would sew, period, before it's even worth doing that. Oops. Okay, so verdict is the throat plate's on right. I got it on right.
Yep.
The verdict is yes, it sews. It may not be worth rehabbing. I just cleaned the feed dogs, Dawn. I just cleaned it and oiled the heck out of it. I know it was already pushed over, so I pushed it back. So yeah, it's going to have to be opened up even further than I just did and see if the belt's slipping off of it. That is what it sounds like. It's like a belt slipping.
Yeah.
And then figure out how to change the stitch because it's got a nice buttonhole and some decent stitches on it. Will be a nice little extra machine for piecing. A direct drive potted motor, yeah, which means that it might not be open for us to be able to fix it. So I think the verdict is yes, it sews, but it needs help. And that's probably where I'm going to stop for now. I may take it apart the rest of the way, or Wayne may take it apart, depending on which one of us wants to play with it. But I've got to find my screwdriver before I do that. And if it does work, then you guys will see it on my Wednesday live. And I'll put it through its paces for you. If it doesn't work, then I'll let you know that as well. Let me bring this back around to me. But I'll let you know also if it doesn't work when I see you on Wednesday. But I'll probably sit here and play with it for a while tonight. Yeah, it definitely might, Laura, because like I said, I just put oil in it and I just oiled the daylights out of it. But most of that oil, I think, has come out on the on there. Tracy, do you have Facebook? You could send me a picture if you wanted to show me what I'm missing. I'm always willing to learn. But yeah, you may be right about the grease being frozen up inside there. It does sound like a belt slipping. We'll see. I'll play with it and see what I can figure out. And like I said, if I can get it up and running, then I will either I'll put up a short or a short video that shows it working, or I will show it off during the live on Wednesday. Yeah. But I've got all the stuff that came with it. There's probably, now that I think about it, a screwdriver. Tracy, if you want to post a picture on the Practically Creative with Melissa page on Facebook, you're welcome to. Or you can send me a message through Facebook if that works better for you. I know not everybody wants to put stuff out in public on there, and I'm the same. But I'll sit here and tinker with this machine, and that way if I break it, yeah, like I said, Dawn, it may not be salvageable. If it's not, okay, I'll keep the foot and this one can go down the road. I'll keep the power foot. We had until 3:00 today to give it back to Goodwill because it didn't work. But of course, we didn't get the foot until right before I went live. We got the foot, plugged it in as long as it came on for power. Okay. Yeah, Tracy, just go ahead and send me a message if you want to. And I will definitely look at that. And I appreciate it because I want to make sure I'm doing everything right on it as far as threading before I say that the machine is shot, because it might be something I'm doing. Yeah, it's fun in the meantime. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't going to explode when I got on camera or, I was going to have springs popping everywhere because it didn't work at all. Oh, okay. I'll look for it, Patty. I didn't even look it up on YouTube. I thought about it, but I was working on some other stuff today, trying to get what was I recording today? Oh, the pillowcase tutorial that I put up today for the burrito pillowcase. One of my girlfriends had asked me how to make a burrito pillowcase, and I was like, okay, let me put this in. And I thought, well, if I'm recording it, then I'm just going to go ahead and put it up on YouTube. And yeah, it probably will be fun to take it apart, Laura. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to getting it running. That's what I really want to do, is to get it to run. This is probably from Tracy. Let me see what I got. Oh, okay. Yeah, Tracy, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, once I get off of here, I'll definitely give you a buzz, or you can buzz me, and we'll see if I can figure it out, because that's definitely the fastest way for me to learn. All right, guys. Well, I just wanted to jump on real quick and try it and see if it worked. And it looks like it may have, but we'll find out if we can get it to working even better. So y'all have a great night. I appreciate you coming. And I think that Tucker's coming on tonight. I'm not 100% sure, but usually he comes on Monday night sometime after 8. So yeah, Tracy, I will definitely, I'll ping you back once we get hung up here. Oh yeah, Patty, that's how we fixed our refrigerator. There's a short, Kim, and then there's a video. The video took hours longer to put up than the short did. So there should be 2. One should be a short and one should be like a 15-minute video. You want to check? Oh, he's in a, I'll check it as soon as I get off of here. Thanks, Darlene. I appreciate it. All right. You guys have a great night. Tracy, give me a couple minutes because I want to check that video and make sure it's okay. And, oh, okay, darling. Good. Good. I wanted to make sure it was. All right. You guys have a great night. Thank you for hanging out with me while I played with this machine. And if I can get it up and running, we'll get to play with it some more. All right. Bye, guys. Thanks, Kim. I appreciate it.